Welcome back to Sgcarmart, and boy, do we have some news headlines for you. If you've been procrastinating getting that VEP tag for your car, then this news might just get your butt out the door. Starting from 1st July 2025, Malaysia will begin enforcement on all foreign vehicles entering the country without a vehicle entry permit. If you are found without a valid VEP, you will be fined 300 ringgit. You will also need to pay this fine before leaving the country, after which you will be required to register for a VEP if you haven't already done so. Commercial vehicles will have some respite due to a more complicated VEP application process, but such leeway will not be available for private vehicle owners. As to how enforcement will be carried out, Malaysia Transport Minister Anthony Loke mentioned that it will not be at the border customs to prevent further congestion at these choke points. Instead, enforcement teams will operate throughout Johor Bahru. Therefore, vehicles without a VEP will still be allowed to enter Malaysia, but of course, you run the risk of getting caught and fined once you are in the country. As expected, once news broke out, TC Sense counters in Singapore and Malaysia have been swamped as drivers rush to get their VEP tags installed. So if you haven't got yours, ensure you have a free day to burn or wait until this initial rush blows over past the 1st July deadline. In the meantime, maybe don't drive into Malaysia until you get one. Alfa-Romeo and Jeep might have just found themselves a new home in Singapore. Red Rock and Rosso Motors could be the next authorized distributor to be appointed by Stellantis for both Singapore and Malaysia. While Red Rock is a newly incorporated dealer, the management behind the company isn't a newbie in the industry. Held by Goh Kian Sin, the Malaysian entrepreneur has a wealth of experience in the steel and automotive sectors. The Goh Brothers Group, which he founded in Malaysia, has dealings with major brands like Volkswagen, Audi, Toyota, Lexus, and many more. The new Alfa-Romeo and Jeep showroom will be located in 43 Malan Road at Gillman Barracks. Definitely not somewhere you would traditionally find a car showroom, but at least it's just down the road from Linky. Red Rock will only be handling the retail sales of the cars though. Joining them will be a familiar face to the Alfa Romeo brand, Euro Automobile. They were the authorized dealer for Alfa Romeo up until 2022, after which the brand was picked up by the Komoko Group in 2023, which, as everyone found out, turned out to be a very short stint. Euro Automobile will be working alongside Red Rock as the after-sales and service partner in Singapore. The after-sales facility is expected to remain at their current location in 24 Linky Road. An official announcement for Red Rock could happen in July, and that's just a few weeks away. Here are some updates over at Grab. You might have seen the news that Grab will be entering the market as Singapore's newest taxi operator. Now we have a definitive launch date for GrabCap. Slated to officially start operations from 1st July, GrabCap will start offering their services with an initial fleet of 40 cars. And what make and model will GrabCap be running the roads in? It's the latest Toyota Prius, of course, and they will be decked out in a darker shade of Grab's signature green color. Flag down fares start from $4.60 and goes up 26 cents every 400 meters up to 10 kilometers and every 350 meters after that. Stuck in traffic? That's 26 cents every 45 seconds of waiting. Of course, that 40 taxi fleet will gradually grow to 800 as that's the minimum fleet size by law for taxi operators. Grab is looking to quickly enlarge their fleet before the 3-year grace period, and they could have the drivers put into all of those 800 cars, with reports suggesting that around the same number of drivers have registered their interest. Elsewhere, Grab is also eyeing up the motor insurance market. To be called Grab Insure, very original, we know. This new subsidiary got their general insurance license from the Monetary Authority of Singapore at the end of 2024, and they have since joined the General Insurance Association not too long ago. Reports indicate that any initial products offered will be targeted at Grab's driver partners, though the aforementioned accreditations that they have obtained would allow them to formally offer their products to the general public should they choose to in the future. With its wealth of data from both drivers and riders, Grab could just disrupt the motor insurance industry the same way it did with ride-hailing. There is currently no set launch date for Grab Insure, as reports indicate that they are still in the midst of building the team. Now, this is a reminder that you should always be a safe driver and never speed. That's because starting from 1st January 2026, the Ministry of Home Affairs will be introducing stricter and harsher penalties for speeding offences. The penalty for exceeding the vehicular or road speed limit by up to 20 km per hour will rise from 4 demerit points to 6 demerit points moving forward. If you are caught exceeding the vehicular or road speed limit by between 50 km to 60 km per hour, you will soon be slapped with 24 demerit points, up from 18 demerit points currently, apart from having to face prosecution in court. Any motorist that has 24 demerit points on record immediately sees their license get suspended. Both light and heavy vehicle drivers are also set to face heftier composition sums if caught speeding, with the increases ranging from $50 to $100. Cases of fatalities and injuries arising from road accidents with speeding as a major cause have been on the rise. This past year alone in 2024, speeding violations hit a 10-year record high with 192,000 recorded cases. Moreover, compared to 2023, this figure represents a 64.3% increase. These are not numbers to be proud of, so let's all do our part to make the roads a safer place by sticking to the speed limits. New cars being launched in Singapore seems to be cooling down, but here are two cars that have gone on sale as we reach the middle of 2025. The production lines over at HMJIX has finally started producing the Kia EV5 right here in Singapore. The EV5 was first shown off at the Singapore Motor Show earlier this year, where it was confirmed that it will be locally produced. In total, there will be 3 trims available for the EV5. First is the base model Air trim, the Earth, and finally the fully loaded GT line. Built on the eGMP architecture, the EV5 shares many design similarities to the larger EV9 in a more compact frame. The Air and Earth trims will sit nicely in the Category A COE, therefore making them the more affordable choices, while those in search of more performance can step up to the GT line in Cat B. Let's say you want something more affordable but not exactly bare bones. That's where the Earth trim comes in. The single motor produces 100 kW of power and 310 Nm of torque. The 88.1 kWh battery will get you a WLTP range of about 540 km. It is DC fast charging capable up to 141 kW, getting its battery from 10 to 80% in 38 minutes. Inside, you'll be greeted by a spacious cabin, ample storage spaces, and with all the screens you need as the driver. The Earth trim will also come with Kia's premium relaxation seats, which features several ergonomic functionalities. Also expect Kia's latest ADAS and safety features to have your back while you are on the road. Prices for the Kia EV5 starts from $194,000 with COE. And finally, here's the facelifted BMW iX. BMW showed off the updated iX at a launch event in New Baru 3.5 years after the model was first introduced in Singapore. Some changes that will immediately distinguish the new iX from its pre-facelift guise are the brand new headlights with vertical daytime running lights, which brings it in line with BMW's recent releases. Meanwhile, the iX's signature kidney grille now features diagonal slats and comes standard with the iconic glow lighting that outlines the grille. For the first time, for an iX in Singapore, it will now be available with the M Sport package on top of the base model Sport trim. With the M Sport package, you will get gloss black air intakes, larger 21-inch rims, vertical rear reflectors, sportier seats with massage function, and a sporty round steering wheel. The BMW iX got a bump in performance as well and is now known as the xDrive 45. Its dual electric motors produce 402 brake horsepower and 700 Nm of torque. 0 to 100 takes 5.1 seconds. Battery capacity has been given a 30% bump to 94.8 kWh, while its WLTP range is now more than 40% longer at 602 km. Prices for the BMW iX start at $451,888 for the Sport trim and $473,888 for the M Sport package. Both prices include COE. If you were hoping for the more powerful xDrive 60 and M70 xDrive variants to come to Singapore, well, bad news. BMW has no plans to bring them in. Let us know down in the comments if you have any thoughts on the stories we covered. While you're there, don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more videos and follow us on TikTok at Sgcarmart for the latest happenings. That's all from me today, and I will see you in the next video.